What is Mental Ray? Mental Ray is a rendering engine found in many 3D programs, 3ds Max, and also Maya, Softimage, Revit, and others. It was created by a company called Mental Images from Germany, and it's now been bought out by NVIDIA Corporation. Mental Ray has been implemented in all these different programs because it is so excellent. It's actually a programming language in its own right. We won't be looking at programming Mental Ray shaders in this course, but just so you know, it's an incredibly powerful and extendable engine that can do almost anything. The Mental Ray implementation within 3ds Max is very tightly integrated, so a lot of times you'll be using Mental Ray without even really realizing it. Mental Ray excels at mirror, glossy, and diffuse reflections, and it uses something called global illumination to represent the way that light moves among surfaces in a scene. Let's take a look at a couple of examples here. Here's a daylight shot from Mental Ray, and we've got physically accurate daylight coming in through the windows, illuminating the scene and bouncing around to illuminate other surfaces. So that's global illumination. Here's an artificial lighting setup at night. Similarly, we've got light bouncing off of surfaces to illuminate other surfaces nearby. And this is actually physically accurate or photometrically accurate, so that in fact, if you're an architect or interior designer, you can set up a scene with a particular lighting scheme and render it and know that that's what that scene would actually look like in the real world. Now, of course, you can also use Mental Ray to render shots for a film or cinematics for a game or whatever. And you don't have to be physically accurate, but you do have the ability to be physically accurate, and that's very important and powerful. Additionally, Mental Ray has some super advanced features that are outside the scope of this particular course. For example, something called image-based lighting, or caustics, which are sort of lens focusing effects. When light passes through a refractive medium, it kind of focuses like a magnifying glass. But we're not going to be looking at all of the features in Mental Ray in this course. It's a pretty long course. It's several hours long, but even in that period of time, we're not able to cover everything in Mental Ray. But with what you've learned in this course, you can create some pretty incredibly startlingly photoreal images. And that's what this is all about. We're trying to fool the eye and make images that look realistic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in Mental Ray with 3ds Max.